What's happening? I hope you're all well. So a quick video before I go and eat lunch about the fact that Tyson Fury is sparring Jarrell Miller in preparation for his fight against Dillian Whyte. I think Jarrell Miller is good for sparring. I mean, I don't know what Jarrell Miller is going to be like after he comes back from his drug ban, and he's coming back from that soon. If Jarrell Miller is anything like he was before, that's good work. Jarrell Miller will give a slightly different look to Dillian Whyte because Jarrell Miller fights differently to Dillian Whyte. And I think that what Jarrell Miller will do, Jarrell Miller still looks big. I saw a picture of him and Tyson Fury. He still looks like a big guy. So if he's going in there and he resembles somewhat what he was before, or even is the same as before, I think that that's good work because Jarrell Miller is a very physically strong guy. Dillian Whyte is a very physically strong guy. I think that Jarrell Miller is, although Jarrell Miller is a lot more physical than Dillian Whyte in the ring, Dillian Whyte is physically strong, but he doesn't impose his physical strength all the time per se. So Dillian Whyte is more of a boxer who's physically strong. Dillian Whyte can fight on the inside, but a lot of the time he elects to fight at range, like mid-range, works behind his jab or his double jab, and he likes to land the straight right hand. So he likes to box at range. If you look at the first Alexander Povetkin fight, he was trying to contain Alexander Povetkin with his jab, and he was actually doing a very effective job of doing that. And if you watch him against Robert Helenius, he wasn't trying to ragdoll Robert Helenius. He was actually trying to box it. He was trying to use his jab on the front foot. And although it wasn't the most effective, that was the style he was trying to use against Marius Wack. I know he was overweight for that, but he was actually trying to box at range. So Dillian Whyte's actually quite a versatile fight. He can fight on the inside and he's very physically strong. He likes to fight on the outside as well, and he can fight on the back foot as well. But the inside fighting element, Jarrell Miller is going to somewhat provide a replication of what Dillian Whyte can do, because Dillian Whyte's very physically strong on the inside. He was ragdolling Joseph Parker. He was ragdolling Alexander Povetkin in the second fight, and in the first fight as well he was a physically stronger guy, just put it that way. And Dillian Whyte is a very physically strong guy, and Jarrell Miller very physically strong, probably physically stronger than Dillian Whyte, to be honest with you. So that part of it is going to be good. Tyson Fury is very physically strong as well. I want to see who's physically stronger out of Tyson Fury and Dillian Whyte. That's going to be very interesting to see when it gets to the inside, who is going to be pushing who back. I'm very interested to see that, because Tyson Fury ragdolling Deontay Wilder. He was able to ragdoll Otto Wallin, and he was ragdolling, who's that guy that he fought on his second comeback fight? I forgot his name now. I believe his name, it's the guy that fought the prospect that just fought Tony Yoka. The prospect that just fought Tony Yoka, he actually fought this guy. I forgot his name, but it's a second comeback fight. I know he fought Sefer Safiri in the first comeback fight, Tyson Fury. The guy he fought in the second comeback fight, he was ragdolling him. So Tyson Fury, physically strong. Dillian Whyte, physically strong. Who's going to be the physically stronger guy? And Jarrell Miller is going to be good preparation for if the fight gets on the inside, because Dillian Whyte, he does like to push his opponents to the ropes. He does like to throw the body shots on the inside. So there is going to be some similarity there. And also, I know that, what's the other guy's name? Jared Anderson, good up-and-coming prospect. He was also in the camp, but I think he's gone home now due to an injury. But Jarrell Miller, that's some good work. And I want to see what Jarrell Miller's like when he comes back, because when Jarrell Miller actually was obviously not on the ban, 300 pounds, over 300 pounds, getting in there and making, big heavyweights look small, and pushing them back, and that's an interesting addition to the heavyweight division. With regards to the drug ban, you know, it is what it is. I'm not going to cry over it, and you want to know why? Because I think a lot of them are on drugs. You know, I've spoken to people. I've spoken to a particular, you know, boxer who holds a belt in his country, and I'm not going to say who, because I don't know who, like, if people would be comfortable with me saying it, but he's basically saying, look, you know, these guys are on drugs. So, you know, I'm not going to cry when one guy gets caught, because he got caught for whatever reason. You know, he got caught for whatever reason. And all these other guys who are not getting caught, why is he getting caught? There's something to that. I'm not saying he should be taking drugs, I'm just saying they're all taking drugs. Tyson Fury failed the drugs test. Dillian Whyte, what happened to that B sample? Jarrell Miller, you get what I'm saying? So I'm not going to cry that Jarrell Miller, I'm not going to go, oh, he should be banned and, you know, he should not be fighting again. I'm not going to be saying that. I'm going to watch him when he comes back. I'm going to watch because he's an interesting addition to the heavyweight division. Fact is, they're all on drugs, and, you know, you can't, so if they're all on drugs, you can't be picking and choosing who you're going to have a go at. So, and when I say they're all on drugs, I don't mean literally everyone, I mean a lot of them are on drugs. So, you know, I'm not going to be picking out Jarrell Miller and going overboard with criticism, because they're all in the wrong. So anyway, that's another story. So Jarrell Miller coming back, I'm interested to see, and I think he could give Tyson Fury some good work. I heard that Fury sent him home from sparring before, they sparred before, and he floored Jarrell Miller. Maybe that's true, maybe that's not, but I think Jarrell Miller's a lot heavier now. Maybe he takes the punches better, I don't know. But good work, and I want to see who else Tyson Fury apparently sparring David Adelaide, and I don't know who else he's sparring. David Adelaide, I think he was sparring Gerard Anderson, sparring Jarrell Miller as well. I don't know who Dillian Whyte's sparring. I'm guessing he may be sparring Alan Babbage, and maybe Fabio Wardley, you know, the heavyweights that he's got, that he manages. But realistically, to be sparring those guys, he also needs to be sparring some more seasoned seasoned fighters if he can. Robert Helenius might be a good option. I know they fought before. Robert Helenius has picked up some wins since then, and I think Robert Helenius wasn't really trying to win in the Dillian Whyte fight. I'm not taking anything away from Dillian Whyte, I'm just saying I think I saw a video after the fight where Robert Helenius clearly stated that he took the fight because he needed the money, and he was already in Anthony Joshua's camp. So I don't think he had the full preparation, whereas if you see him against Adam Kalnacki, there's a different mentality in that. Definitely the second fight. First fight, he looked like he might be content to lose, and then he realised he could hurt him, so he just thought, you know what, and he landed a couple punches and knocked him out. But the second fight, he was motivated, prepared, and went in there to win. So I think that Robert Helenius, tall guy, rangy guy, will be able to replicate some of what Tyson Fury can offer, and punches harder than Tyson Fury. So, you know, that's a good option for Dillian Whyte. Any other options for Dillian Whyte? Kubrat Pulev, good option for Dillian Whyte. I know, you know, he might not think he's as good as Tyson Fury, he's not, but, you know, rangy guy. I think Tyson Fury, problem with Tyson Fury is he could come in the fight orthodox, southpaw, inside, dancing around. So Dillian Whyte's going to have to pick a variety of sparring partners. But I think Robert Helenius is a good place to start. If he's going to walk forward, then, you know, someone who doesn't really look for someone who maybe has height, doesn't use it. Dominic Brazil, that could be someone. But either way, Jarrell Miller is in the camp for Tyson Fury. I think that's good work, and I'm overall interested to see what Jarrell Miller looks like when he comes back. So what do you guys make of Jarrell Miller being used as a sparring partner by Tyson Fury? And what do you think Jarrell Miller can come back and do something in the heavyweight division as well? And what were your overall thoughts coming, you know, on the build up for the Tyson Fury Dillian Whyte fight? Let me know. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, and I'll see you on the next video.